Greetings, free people. I come across this information just out of mere curiosity. I'm always did I say a seek or a search or a look, and I always start about being specific, yeah, and we talk about specificity. So I come across this in the U.S. Department of Justice archives. It has a criminal resource manual 1-499. It talks about requirements of specificity. Now, I'll probably jump to my notes and just share the basic information. And then our perspective. Yeah, it shouldn't be an all-night thing, but again, according to the energy, let us flow. Philosophical reasoning. Yeah, man. Hashtag we dance. Now I'm on the requirement of specificity. The information said the second part of the sufficiency test, apprising. When them say appraising, it would be putting a price on something. So putting a price on the defendant of what he or she must be prepared to meet incorporates the specificity. Again, the defendant of what he or she must be prepared to meet include, when we say incorporate, we can just include the specificity requirement of the Sixth Amendment. Now, one of the things I want to emphasize is that they talk about the Sixth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Why is that important? Because we are talking about the written law, the express law, the Bill of Rights. And the Bill of Rights, where you see over here on the mainland, it derived from the Northwest Ordinance. It's no different on the island when you see them going to the court, the Supreme Court, the real court, and they will direct the court according to the standards laid out pursuant to the common law what them adopt from England. So that's what the constitutional law is about. And we must emphasize that the Constitution secure, guarantee your fundamental rights, your civil liberties. It not actually give you anything. So, have a clarity there. This is why they talk about the Sixth Amendment, because they not have no authority to go outside of the Bill of Rights. So you have to invoke these things. The information go on to say the specificity requirements serve to ensure that a defendant only has to answer to charges actually brought by the grand jury and not a prosecutor's interpretation of the charges. That the defendant is appraised of the charges. In other words, them put a price on whatever charge them are try bring forward against him in order to permit preparation of his defense. So you hear them phrase these things? And that the defendant is protected against double jeopardy. Now, brawling, yeah, see, it said double jeopardy. This is the information what I'm on present here on the island in the vice cartel case when the Jamaica government was held bent on a retrial when that would be outside of law, outside of even their legality. Why? Because it would be double jeopardy. Now, the very same thing would apply to the traffic area. Very same thing. When they say them are carrying in that area, them now have no case, so them are dismissed and a carry it back and forth. All of those things are nonsense, unlawful conduct. It's public slavery. You understand? The Constitution no make no provision for those nonsense. This is why when you remove yourself from their inferior nonsense and carry it to the them superior area, then everything changes. But what most people miss is being specific. You understand? And again, here I just read a statement where it has said specificity requirements serve to ensure that the defendant only has to answer to charges actually brought by the grand jury. Only the grand jury can bring in a charge. Not none of these so-called prosecuting court clerk like Donald P. Hart and his cohorts or his kind. Them thing yeah, what we have to know. Not turning now go tell them thing. You understand? And when I make up them thing. Literally I share the basic information or the them can do them research and then can even share with us and bring clarity to us as neophyte. Remember we are the newbie. Remember we are the beginner. Remember we don't. Yeah man. I think I'm going to make that the new hashtag we don't. Apparently when everybody else have a right to their opinion and most people are highly opinionated, then it not apply to us around here. We not have no voice, we not have no opinion, and we not even speak. Yeah, else for some strange reason, we're gonna just disappear. And by now, we realize that we're not built that way. If all we have is our voice and our autonomous thinking, then that is our power. We can't talk for the others where they reach this level. Yeah, we have to just present information to shine light and make ones and ones can, choose. At least there's a choice out there. So now when we look at this information, yeah, see where any man where is a defendant have some kind of protection. But if you don't know say you have protection, then it not gonna be awarded to you. Number one, once them talk about court and the grand jury can bring charges. Any other charges are public slavery, them are deal with the birth certificate entity without full disclosure. Why? In Joel Jaguar's situation, you have a police, Feral Ducey, out there on Nantucket Island, Nantucket Police Department. She make an accusation saying Joel Jaguar is a nigger slave. And they're not supposed to travel or drive or move about on the mainland America without a slave permit or a slave pass in the form of a driver's licenses, which is a contractual obligation. Now, Ferrell Ducey write a witness statement stating that Joel Jag was some kind of criminal, and that was the initiation of the nonsense where we have to go through. Now, Ferrell Ducey disappeared, was off in the sunset, should not exist anymore. Now it's the police department we are look at. Then the police department disappear. We can't find them anymore. Now we have to look at the Commonwealth, whatever that is. And this is the nonsense. This is the shenanigan we're going out there. Now, these public entities now go find a problem, now go find a conflict in how them operate them fictitious criminal business enterprise. Them now go find a problem for standard operation procedure. Them a do it forever until a man like I come and shine light and say, no, there's absolutely nothing where you do as a public entity in a corporate capacity that can apply to I as the living man. This living soul manifests as this man. Whatever you do can only apply to the mere fiction, that piece of paper. Now, when I say that, the whole world look at me like, man, that nigga is off his chain, he's crazy. No such thing. Yet, I'm living proof of what I just said. Why? That the very same experience for me of first-hand knowledge of it me say I operate out there. That the very same system me say I operate internationally. What is that thing where the police unlawfully stop me on the road? No different from Joel Jaguar. 100-man police station. Sergeant Edwards A. Edwards and Constable, what is his name again? Morgan, Angel Morgan. And there was an Officer Porter, but always Officer Porter was an honorable gentleman. I don't know where that man is now. I hope he is out of the force and I do paralegal or something more promising when not to corrupt himself, you know. But these guys pulled me over and I said, may I drive without a driver's license, may I drive without insurance, may I drive without all of those slave nonsense. And I demonstrate to them within their courts that I break no law. The Spanish Town court clerk, D. Kelly, cannot present no kind of criminality on my part, saying I'm breaking the law. The judge cannot convict me of any crime. The prosecutor cannot speak. Because the prosecutor not the first-hand knowledge. There is actually no victim. None. It's just public slavery. It's just their sophisticated way of fleecing or actually thief money from your surety account where you know really most people don't know about. How can I prove that? Because when them arrest me, them had me locked up in the 100-man. Well, actually hold them just hold me in the 100-man, you know? And say in order for me to get released, I have to sign a notice of recognizance bond. And in addition to signing that bond, them give me a guarantee contract. So I signed 2 agreements that night. And when I do the research, I discover what it is, so I just terminate those agreements and I place them information there on the court. The only agreement or stipulation was for me to show up at the court. There was no other agreement that was present. And in order to activate the surety, which is the birth certificate, I had to sign the guarantee bond as the guarantor. So I discovered that the police officer, nor his employers, nor the government agent have actually nothing on the board, nothing at stake. They're risking absolutely nothing. The $100,000 bond, what them issue to me and said it is for me and my surety. So this is 100,000 for the principal and 100,000 for the surety, according to their documentation. Now I did do some research and discover that I am actually the principal according to how the agreement is. But I am separate and distinct from being the surety. And then the surety is actually the debtor, but it's a fictional entity. The principal of operate for that surety. Now, by me signing a guarantee contract, that's when I discovered that I am the one who had to ensure the solvency or make sure that the debtor can pay its debt. So whatever payment I got issue I derive, I am the source as the guarantor. I am the source because I signed that guarantee contract. But the state withhold that contract. I have a copy of that contract. That's how we know these things. And when they do the research at the recognizance bond, you realize it's associated and affiliated with the surety itself. So that was proof for me. And when I got to court, well, they know me always present my information on the YouTube. You know what I mean? I carry my code public. So when we get into them private area where they want to do all kind of nonsense to me inside of the railroad here, that would be the term, then at least we have some public information, usually mute the court card and discover say them deal with a man who have a little bit of information where they would consider esoteric, only because the common people didn't have access to this information at the time. So when me go to court and just draw a bomb scare, you know what I mean, after me I go back and forth to court, me share a lot of information or at least a few information on me going to the court talking a lot of nonsense. You know me a comedian, so when them piss me off, you know, me come out and piss them off, you know what I mean? So that's how it go when them colleagues hear me tear them up. Yeah, then become the bunt of the joke at least for that day or two. But true me is just a man where them know say I really non-threatening because I don't have no interest in them politics, I don't have no interest in them government, I literally don't have no interest in nothing what them I do out there. But that's why I express myself as a sovereign man in a sovereign state capacity, being free. And as such, Babylon not really mind that. Babylon take for my car and them at least say, if you come get the car, all people, but my car couldn't move. So I couldn't just go get my car. So right now, Babylon owe me. Babylon have to compensate me. But me always say, I now go playing a games with them. Because usually them not like when you as a regular man talk to them, them must say you have to be attorney and all of these things. But true, me know so me have documentation placing me as attorney in fact over me estate, and my estate include everything. Yeah, everything, including that trust that is attached to it. Yeah man, and yeah, my brethren Jaguar reason where him share a tape with a lady. I tell a judge says she has some, I don't even remember the words that them use. I think I it Jaguar just said I'm gonna try to play it and probably we can chit chat on it. Since we're there. Yeah, man. I think, yeah, man. Instagram. I have to set up about my Instagram account. But yeah, before me get there, as me I say, you see, what we are experience and not express, it not just start yesterday. The earth not just start yesterday. The devil not just take control of the earth yesterday. Them have it a long time. We just they are the tail end and the new change and the turnaround now. We are the pioneer now where we are say boy, we kind of sit through most of what them have out there. We not have no interest. That's all we are expressing about. It seems like we not being interested to participate in our own enslavement is a problem to ones out there. The part of my like is that the government will look for a man like me specifically and my information and them say novel. That there is no man on the island who present the information where I man lay down around here so and actually express it. Not L.A. Lewis. The man that have to register and ensure and them have to attach themselves to the United Nations fallacy under the CIA guidance. I'm not gonna blame them cause me I tell the island probably if the CIA did come link me and say, yo, sovereign, my love how you move, you hear what? Say a container equipment and a dump a chuck of money, you go and go do your thing. Without any stipulation or hurting my people. Then me I work with the CIA. But CIA no work that way. CIA I go say sovereign man, here what? We are give the container, equipment, we are give a dump a chuck of money, but here what you do now? Yeah, we want you to tear down at least 4 or 5 of them parish, then level it flat, raise it sovereign, man. And we're going to support that. Them going to want destruction. Them not going to want we build. Them not going to want we create learning center to teach everybody. Them not going to want that. Why? Because the system itself is against divinity. It's against righteousness. It's against stability. It's against goodness, wholesomeness. The system out there strive on war, strive on chaos, strive on destruction, literally. Check their history. Why you think it's called Babylon? It's just that it's no more a mystery. We decode that sodomite. We carry Babylon over the water and expose Babylon nakedness. This is why we say with information we share, remove the authority from these public entities. They are only public entities. Them are work for us. You understand? Not we are work for them. Or the clarity that And that's why I say I'm an always I say be specific. It's like when me I say people will say them have a right to travel and a right to this and that. But we say we have fundamental rights and freedom. That's it. Why? Because Babylon, the demonic principality, is the master of deception. Again, should I repeat that? The master of deception. Yeah, man. So Babylon now, I tell us, boy, it black when the color is supposed to be white. Then now I go do that. Babylon I go come with something real light gray. We have the appearance of what's supposed to be white, but it is not. That's how Babylon works. Deception, deceptively. Yeah, man. This is why Babylon only deal in generality. They don't want a specificity. You have to require to be specific. What is that charge? And who I bring this charge? Who I bring the charge? Don't tell me it's some prosecuting court clerk who is an attorney at the business. In fact, slave business. It can't be the prosecutor's interpretation, the prosecuting attorney's interpretation. How them can interpret law when them is separate and distinct from law, far removed from law when they are in their legal capacity. Remember, what is legal is not necessarily lawful, my people. There is a distinction. That's why it's two separate and distinct words. What's going on? We have to be specific. Yeah, man. And again, the double jeopardy clause is there in all constitution where them present in any jurisdiction. All we have to do is invoke the proper law or the appropriate legal standards. That's it. When them a talk about them equity, you better be specific. After we don't know nothing about it, I don't agree with you. Who are you when you would say you administrate something and attach that thing to me? No. Let's be specific. Yeah, man. Again, I saw my life do my thing and chant. I do over in my notes. So I don't know where I go. Allah, salute, Ray, you pass through. Honor me king. Complete respect with power, my lord. Salute out there. I know Jaguar supposed to up and out there, you know. I'm going to play that tape here before I continue. Because you don't know my thing. We not formalize. We just reason. We have to bring clarity. And without clarity, it don't make sense. We're out here. Joel shared this information with me today where it talk about a lady inside of the court, it seems, and there is a judge, and the lady do her thing. So I think I should have sent it to my email and try share it, but me play it to see how it works. No, they not. No, I'm not it. That's why you send it the wrong way, Rasta. No, I can't use that one of my lord. You have to send it outside of Instagram. And I have the Instagram thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, me really want to share this thing because like the judge asked the lady her name and the lady I try to tell her so she's the authorized representative of, you know, whatever it is. But what me did want to do is have the ones that I hear what she has said. That way I can really break it down word for word with the clarity. Jaguar, send it how you send it today if you can, if you hear me. Anna McCain. Remember me not up on the Instagram thing, you know. Send it how you send it to me now. So we can play it on the WhatsApp. Yeah, next time I probably can play it still. Let's see if I it's another. No, I don't think that it is. What? Yeah. Now, hold on. Alright, my king, this look like it.
I am here as the authorized representative of the all cap name. I am here to make a special appearance, limited special appearance. Alright. So I'm a foreign entity challenging your jurisdiction. Okay, so I need the actual person, Javier Williams. So if you're representing her, I need her to be online as well. I am a non-resident alien. Listen to me. I'm here for no ma'am. I give you very specific things. I'm asking you to dismiss the case. Charge. I don't know. I am an authorized representative. I just told you I'm an authorized representative. You have a P number? Because the only person who can represent someone in court is an attorney. What is your P number, man? I'm an attorney, in fact. I will lean it. Javier Sherelle Williams. Are you present, ma'am? Javier Williams. Are you present? Twice. Javier Sherelle Williams. To make a special limit appearance on behalf of Ms. Williams. Now I'm not going to answer the question she asked and don't say anything. I am here to make a special appearance, limited appearance on the behalf of Javier Williams, the agent.
So did you notice how the judge wanted her to say that she was the actor?
Now, I probably can play about that thing. And the brethren where you just hear, I'm going to narrate and show some information or qualify why this lady has said what she has said. But I share it with my brethren, Jaguar, and I say, people do them kind of nonsense, yeah. And when them do them kind of nonsense, well, you say, Jaguar, you see, I send out the invite for the eye them pass through if they are up to it, you know. Tonight is just an impromptu, you know, we're not under now, rare with people out there, we just do our sovereignty. But yeah, this lady I said, you know, she had an authorized representative, and my express to Jaguar said that would be a little bit inappropriate if you don't have the documentation already on the court expressing that. You understand? So all you'd have to do is direct the judge to the documents, and the judge would at least see that and not have to back and forth with her. Now, I think this is just my own personal energy now. The proper response, what she should say, is she had a personal representative of that name entity that she is, you know, inferring. If she wants to be technical, that's what I would have done. But I would not do nothing like that without me have the legal entity with me, which is the birth certificate paper. I wouldn't do nothing without me have that assured. And this is the subtlety what people will miss, because the judge is being specific enough. When you listen, you hear the judge ask, I should have really send this to the email and see if we can get it up so they are them see it.
I am here as the authorized representative of the all cap name.
Now she says she is there as the authorized representative of the all cap name. Now that I hear say, if she not have the documentation to validate that claim, that she not go nowhere with that, and again, if you can't go into the court without you place information on the court ahead of you going into that court. You understand? So when she has a authorized representative, like a man like me have a document where we call a superior court of record where me have all of those things in writing where we assume the role as executor, and from that we appoint, you know what I mean, we self in a different capacity, wearing different hats. You understand? So if you not have that formally in writing where you place it on the court ahead of time, so the judge not have to wonder where you deal with, then you can only be the personal representative, not the authorized representative. Again, subtlety, technicality. I'm going to continue a little bit now and see if we can touch.
I am here to make a special appearance, limited special appearance. All right.
Now, you know, so them, when she talk like this, you know, the mainland guru type of thing, them thing, yeah. You understand? And you're going to go through it when you're new, and after you go through a whole heap of years of them back and forth code, if you want to learn anything, then yeah, you're going to learn a lot of things. Yeah, you might get a lot of rough up in the process, but a part of the journey when you know the money for go law school.
So are you born entity challenging your jurisdiction? Okay.
Now, again, as me I said, everybody do them thing different. You understand? But I don't see the first part of the court hearing for here if she invoke this judge's public oath and if she secure our, civil liberties or our fundamental rights and freedom. Them thing here where you have to invoke at the get-go. You understand? If you have any rights, you have to, assert them rights there at the get-go. And if you not assert it when you go in there at the beginning of any kind of anything at all, then the presumption will be there that you know have none. So them are gonna deal with you rude and disrespectful until they invoke them public oath. Them are gonna start rearrange themselves. You secure your rights, your fundamental rights, not civil rights. You know, play not just rights. You have to be specific. So if you're talking about rights, talk about fundamental rights. They'll associate that with civil liberties. If you just say rights without being specific, it will be construed as the general civil rights were applied to the piece of paper or their slave, civil servants. However, whatever I need for me to say, to fancy it up for honor, it still amount to slavery. That's what it amount to. So, you know what I mean? It's a take it or leave it situation. Now, this lady, a man like me not gonna learn too much from this lady. Why? Because I know say a nonsense, really. Nonsense.
Okay, so I need the actual person job here, William. So if you're representing her, I need her to be online as well.
Now, here is the judge being specific. You hear what the judge says? She need that person. Now, you should be prepared with the birth certificate in your hand. And if you're smart, you have some information attached a certain way on that birth certificate where, yeah, if them F around, you're going to realize that the document is void right there. So them have nothing to work with or deal with. These are subtlety where most people now gonna know. But I know gurus them now can't tell you these things. I'm not telling you that. Guru can't tell you them things because guru not going to court or do nothing. Guru write on paper and send you guys into the court to get your ass to beat up. You know what I mean? And then them say, oh, try this, try that, and then comfortable getting rich. And me I say, all right, is a scam. That's what me I say, because them not talk freedom. Them not talk sovereignty. Them a tell us, boy, bow down. You know what I mean? Comply. You know what I mean? And then come join my group and spend all these millions with me. And you can never be free. My thing on that, they're showing a brawling, so some basic information here. And this is what the information I say about being specific. And on the grand jury can bring any kind of charges, any other charges, we don't know nothing about it. This is why we have to be specific. You know what I mean? Is this a court of law? Oh, no, it's not. Then what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean? Because if there's no law here, then there's no justice to be had. Let's blow this motherfucker up now. Blow it up. It's all public slavery. As sophisticated as them try make it be. We are see it for what it is. The next man, the man not dress up in a costume about him a police have no authority to come talk to the next man. Period. It was not even a probable cause or reasonable suspicion. There is no such thing. You understand? That's why I'm not want every man to be armed. When we're unarmed, that's when I bully with and say, oh, bad. This is the nonsense. That's the nonsense. You understand? But when you're free man, sovereign man, and you have right to protect yourself when everything else fails, because if you not get no justice, then what you think are going to happen? We now go extinct. You're crazy. We now go extinct. We're going to have to preserve our existence, and that is by every means necessary, not just any, by every means necessary. But you never can talk this way if you don't have clarity. It's impossible for you to express yourself this way and be authentic if you not live it. Literally, you have to live it. You not go write on paper and type on computer and stuck inside your attic like a sissy in front of bunch of cameras and all kind of fancy mess and things so that is it. No man, that are you want to do your business, your proper commercial business will benefit you and your family, and hey, that is okay. But say that. You understand? Our thing of freedom, freedom in and freedom in, it's different. This is why we're set apart. This is why we can say we're sovereign in our capacity, unapologetically. Congress can't talk to it. Congress not have them authority there. Congress know who them enslave. Congress know who have to ask them for permission, not the West Indian. Yeah, man, it's only when the West Indian know themselves and get caught in the assimilation. Yeah, man, on that mainland. We have to deal with specificity are the only way. Are the only way. Where you said Jaguar, you want to touch out there?
Salute me king. Salute. Me never catch the first part of the topic in my king. So me totally unaware of what the eye is mainly talking about.
No, we just a touch upon specificity and then through me share that information here with this lady in the court. And I know you go through similar thing where them must say, where is Joel Jaguar? Is that the name? You know what I mean?
Yes, I.
Yeah, man. So when you get the clarity if you understand where I go on now is a whole different ballgame. You can look on even fair information and realize which parts you have problems and issues.
Yes, my
Because
king.
now we have experience.
Yes, my king. Yes, my king. Yes, my king. Even I heard when you said personal representative, and in Massachusetts, the personal representative is the designated individual to represent the estate in all court proceedings making. So
Thank you, my lord.
it is, yes, making. So it is on point. It is, as you say, specific.
Yeah, man. Accurate. Yeah, man. But them not giving a credit out here in a Jaguar. Again, so, we pay close attention to the detail. And the detail are what them always miss. Everybody want to get caught up in the complexity. We say them a go and them know all kind of nonsense. And all them a do are establish themselves proper in the slavery. Yeah, man. Unknowingly. Unknowingly. But it's different when you can know, so you walk in them courts and go through all of these things. And when you hear this lady talk, you can say for yourself and express for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes, my king. And like me say, even when I've shared the video, the first time I listened to it, it's as if I heard myself in the past. I could relate to it, my king.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my king. But sometimes even I is amused of how far I've come, my king. And once again, I have to say complete respect and honor to the I, because really and truly, because the I is the only one saying freedom. I know I couldn't learn it anywhere else. So impeccable timing, my king. Impeccable timing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. At the moment, at the moment, feet, man, cause everybody I do them thing, So we have to come with our thing. I mean, I go and play a tape and make the people them hear this thing. I'm sorry, them can't see the expression of how the ones them are behave.
I am a non-weird alien. Listen to me. I'm here for no ma'am. I give you very specific things. I'm asking you to dismiss the case. Charge. I don't know. I am an authorized representative. I just told you I'm an authorized representative. Do you have a P number? Because the only person who can represent someone in court is an attorney. What is your P number, man? I'm an attorney, in fact. Listen, I will lean it. Javier Sherelle Williams. Are you present, ma'am? Javier Williams. Are you present? Twice. Javier Sherelle Williams. To make a special limit appearance on behalf of Ms. Williams. John, don't ask the question she asked and don't say anything. I am here to make a special appearance, limited appearance, on the behalf of Javier Williams, the agent.
So did you notice how the judge wanted her to say that she was the actual person or that name? I need you to think about it. If you were really that name that the judge was calling out to, why would the judge need you to admit to it or to say that you're here when she calls out to the name? Now, if you were paying attention, the judge said, I need the actual person, such and such and such, to be here. In legal.
Now, you hear what I'm saying? And the judge herself gets specific. She even used the word, I'm being specific. You understand? Because the judge knows that the lady might know a little bit of thing. So she try pull her then and I try work with her then. And I say, all right then, since you is not that person, show me the person. But all she for do is show her driver's license or show her her passport. Anything with the legal name in all capital where she put her initial or her signature or her autograph on. That's all she had to do. You show them a passport with that all capital name called driver's license will have a all capital name or represent the male. And then you now have to endorse it as the surety itself, but you are the principal. Them know that, but you don't know that. You don't know that. And this are the clarity out there here, sir. And this lady, she assert herself, but she not have the information on the record and she not have enough information to do what she do. But at least she make an effort. I'm not going to take it from her. But listen to this, brethren, you're going to break down the definition according to what them have out there.
Legal context, a legal person refers to an entity that has legal rights and obligations. This can include individuals, corporations, governments, and other organizations that can enter into contracts, sue, and be sued. When you see your name in all caps, it often represents a placeholder for a specific legal entity.
On the behalf of John Deere Williams, the agent.
So did you notice how the judge wanted her to say that she was the actual person or that name? I need you to think about it. If you were really that name that the judge was calling out to, Why would the judge need you to admit to it or to say that you're here when she calls out to the name? Now, if you were paying attention, the judge said, I need the actual person, such and such and such, to be here. In legal context, a legal person refers to an entity that has legal rights and obligations. This can include individuals, corporations, governments, and other organizations that can enter into contracts, sue, and be sued. When you see your name in all caps, it often represents a placeholder for a specific legal entity's name in legal documents, contracts, or statute. For example, in a contract, you may see a clause that states, this agreement is made between all caps name and other party. The all caps format is typically used to clearly identify the legal entity involved in the agreement. Now, she also said that she was here by special appearance to represent the all caps name. The judge then stated that she cannot represent the all caps name unless she was an attorney. She then stated she was an attorney in fact because she is the power of attorney over the Sesticate Trust, which is.
Listen to the brethren. Him says she is the power of attorney over the Sesticate Trust. But all of the what him has said are just presumption. You see, if she have her documentation in line and she have a certificate of fact and she place a certificate of fact upon the court, that's the end of that court. Literally. Literally.
The all caps name of corporation or a special appearance is illegal.
And again, the all cap name is represented by the bond paper, the birth certificate bond paper. And that's the value there. That's the paper we carry the money. That's the thing. That is in fact the surety. You are the principal, and that is that thing, that bond paper, that's the bank, that's the surety. You are the principal. But in order for the surety to operate, you have to have a guarantee contract, you have to have a guarantor. And you are also the guarantor, but you don't know it. You understand? You know, if you're going to be a secure party creditor now, according to these bag of nonsense we don't know about. It's basic. It's right there in front of you. Them are deal with an express trust. How you know it express? Because them say it. Remember, Jamaica have two trusts, you know, Jamaica Trust and a foreign trust, and them has the proper law. So once you're around America, like you said, Joel Jagger around there, them now go deal with the Jamaica law. It's showing that the diversity of jurisdiction and diversity of citizenship. It's different from you being on the mainland, born on the mainland, being enslaved by the Congress on the mainland. We are West Indian is a different thing. But them I use the birth certificate as joined up to connect we. You understand? So you have to create a separation of entity. That is when you're going to lift up the birth certificate itself as an entity, as that legal entity. That's where I have the legal name. That's the only thing Babylon can interact or interface with. That resident magistrate know this. That's why she's being specific, because she expects this person to be on top of her game too. But when you go in there and you just know a little bit and not enough, then this is what the back and forth go on. Them no mind talk to you, you know, the resident magistrate, these judges no mind interact with you if you're on a level to communicate. And you have others sit quietly and take silent judicial notice and prepare how them want to come face you. This is my experience on the island here. When we go face one whole heap of, hey, I'm telling you, most people hear me talk and them not going to believe it. Them not going to believe it. But me I tell you, me have all of the dockets numbers out there where the island can look and validate what me I say. And because I create my own documents, I can validate what me I say. The uniqueness that with I, the difference that with I. And again, listen to what we talk about. We talk about certificate of fact. You understand? Which untidy, unlearned prosecutor want to challenge a certificate of fact in a them corporate capacity. There is none. It's two different arenas. And at this, may I try to show my people. When me I bring forward what them call novelty, unique. Yeah, and the games we are play out there, we have some freedom. We know the next man can't give in a talk. Because we don't give the next man no authority. Any man we're gonna make a stipulation of a present contract, we have stipulate any terms or conditions that makes that law. Clarity, the difference that. Yeah, man.
Term used in context of court proceeding. It refers to a situation where a party appears in a court for a specific purpose without submitting to the court's jurisdiction. This is often done to contest the court's jurisdiction over the party or to address a specific issue without fully engaging in the case. Message payment ready if you need assistance.
Now, here the brethren say, message payment ready if you need assistance. You have to pay people for these kind of information. Information I'm share with the item free, and I want to go get nowhere like that. Impossible. In fact, we're not able to get the clarity what we present. Yeah, man, and we're going to remain unorthodox. Because we're not supposed to submit to nobody's will. Period. We are adhere to whatever estate them have out there. And if a politician can come tell me that him create anything at all, because I know no politician went out there. Because them have to go to school to learn the nonsense what them are do. None of them not create absolutely nothing. Them have no creativeness in them, period. Yeah. Probably I need to amend that statement there and say the top politicians them will highlight themselves. But I just say politician in general, Rasta. Yeah, man. When you look upon where the Prime Minister Andrew Holiness are going with, it really interests me when I share tapes where the man them break down in finances, and I show you at one point, I think 2008, when all of him earnings amount to probably about 200,000 or 300,000. And then by 2009, it jumped to a few million, and by, right now, you see what go on. Yet, look on the condition of the people. All right. Make we ignore the people. The other day, we see all kind of police station in some deplorable condition, and them are the police station. Babylon make an effort to do something. Me hear the police them used to complain, so them not get enough pay. Me not hear the police them have them issues and more. So it look like Andrew Holiness split some of the money with the police them, or some of the police them, not all. And totally ignore, say, in constituency, the people. Because one man have so much millions, and then you have a man like Usain Bolt, where they're in the very same, we call it Ponzi scheme, what they call investment, with the ISL type of nonsense. And you hear the warrior them on the tape show you said, this is where the money come from, this is who take the money. And me I say, boy, the man, them are laid out for the United States Department of Justice and for them Attorney General over there. Why? Because the Jamaica dollar was pegged from the US dollar. It never come from England pound. You understand? It's called dollar. It's not called pound. You see it work? So now you gotta have the feds them have to come take a look on the books them around here, but them now gonna have no interest. Why? Because a CIA run all of them government thing around here. Probably the bad guys them, we would say the bad guys them are running. When I hear Andrew Holiness and do all of these things, Andrew Holiness are the fall guy. Andrew Holiness are the naive ones where they just want to enrich for himself, but they never look on the consequence. This man was supposed to be education minister at one point, is so unaware of the paper trail where commercial transaction generate. And at them money them said an intellect and them a doctor. then oh, now give me some of them rascal bullshit, what them call accolades there. Because this man can't, you know, be as astute as everybody else saying is. This man I seem like him is a functioning illiterate. God, not even me. I gotta do nothing like that. Where irrespective of what go on, there shall be a paper trail. It's called commercial transaction, Dumbo. So even if you put your dog name on it and say the address as somewhere in a Russia or Tokyo, them have a little location where people used to use. Or what them call a place there again? I mean, they have the information there. Any one of them foreign location there, it's gonna leave a paper trail, warrior. And I man did say all I need is a forensic audit, a proper audit, and everything will get exposed. Now, what most of the people them not comprehend is that Andrew Holiness not have the brain power to do absolutely nothing financially where you say operate out there. Watch me now. Listen to me again now. You have a couple names where the man them a call and some hush hush name. Them man they are the what you call it CIA operative. Put it that way. Yeah man. Andrew Holiness, when Andrew Holiness get 20 million, the foreign guys I'm gone with 20 billion. Andrew does fall guy. Yeah man. So when I now watch Andrew, I can't see the demonic entity where it's pervading out there, sir. You know, our next thing we want to look at, like I show our truth, what most might ignore right now. You see, when some little dumb people get a taste of power, and it's not easy for them relinquish it. And you see, even when them lose, watch the chaos what them are create within the first 4 years of the PNP government. It's going to be chaotic. Don't fool on yourself. You think when I say badness yet. Remember, you know, a Siaga come start it, you know. And Siaga name is CIA, you know. Name Siaga, you know. It's spelled C-I-A-G-A, you know. Siaga. I'm a CIA man. I'm start the badness, the real garrison badness. You understand? PNP did have to adapt and defend. So what you think are going to happen? First thing, when Andrew lose, half of the investors them where did that benefit, them are going to lift up off of the island. Yeah man, Marky G are going under pressure, but you don't look on these things. I would not say because of that the government not to change. It will change, but we don't need the IMF and them bag of nonsense people there for our thing. We have to know say boy we people are the natural resource and then we land have its own minerals whether they were our one, it belongs to we the people. But the labor rights CIA government is a government where them just take over everything, them not left nothing for nobody, it's just a handful of them friend them. I say go. We have experienced these things. Why me can't lit that fire yet? Remember me tell us that the labor rights government take come a pro box, you know. And Andrew have so much millions of dollars, the man hear me talk about pro box and I laugh. The man I laugh off of me and my pro box. You understand? Yeah man, so there is no vote when we could have put around this up. All when me not qualify for vote. I mean not encourage nobody for go there because them are gonna take away your things, brawling. Yeah man. And when them take away your things, yeah. And I say you can't do nothing about it, you know. Yeah man. But so who we are gonna go to now, we are gonna go down at the Supreme Court and all of them are friends around the same way. And them are gonna tell you so them no want you talk to them, you have to get one attorney and give the attorney all kind of money and all kind of things. So we rather burn it down, yeah, Rasta. We rather just burn it down. Yeah, man. We rather light it a fire and burn it down, burn down the whole light and start fresh. Yeah, man. You see the man them where take oath and I do wrong, false information, falsified documents, hanging offense, them thing. Them thing there, a thing where you line up the whole family and everybody hang. Watch me now. And I know about that, them, you know, but and I think more the only thing with me supposed to appear right now, I must my cable bill, because not even water and light me supposed to pay when me say Andrew Holiness go on with all of them nonsense there. You have to send the bill to Andrew Holiness. Yeah, man, I'm never bridge light and bridge water and bridge everything, thief everything. I'm not gonna thief it, I take it. I take it brawling, and I hide. Yeah, man. You see, if we not move that way, nothing not go happen, you know, yeah. Dear pay, yeah, pay, you know, Andrew and Finn friend them not pay nothing, you know, them just I get rich, you know. When they hide them, I think I hope I don't download that video. When you hear the man, them I look on the man financial information and it show you 2007, 2008, 2009, and it show you all of the earnings, and this man saying not earn nothing for the tax paying people. Him not benefit nothing from in office as prime minister. The man say a two tax him have a run out there. It make him rich. And me I say, boy, that man are the best. And listen to me in the world. Believe it or not, you know. You have some people who believe the man. Some people who believe the man I talk about him buy 2 Pro Box and use the 2 Pro Box and turn billionaire. I don't know why them a talk about taxi. Look how much of the taxi out there. Not just Pro Box around taxi. Look like a meme I take a shot off, you know. But I got burn your Anja, man. All when you come out of office, I got just talk it brawling, say you're petty. Anja, I can't believe you have so much money and you so petty as a labor right. Instead of you fix up my car and make me have to talk good about the labor right government. I can't say nothing good about it. You don't go good labor right, I sit down there at the white lady down at Portland, she no ramp. That me know. Every time I look on TikTok, this lady I make a brand new road and a carpet it. She, yo, and beer hug she give her people them and I like them thing that those little gestures, if I even go politician time, it's better than nothing. I don't see the Prime Minister wife active that way. In fact, the younger people I say active for labor right and the poor people them. Rich people them look like them going on different area at a conference and government. So them in the poor people them area I give them nothing. And I said them a build a road nice city. You want a new road, you forgot Portland here. Boy Jack where here, I'm just gone in my own world with the island and them politics. I just go when you have to observe these things and know, say boy, irrespective of where you can say, the changes now gonna come until enough people realize, say boy, it's an illusion out here. Yeah, man, when you say crime and violence, yo, that's think politics. That's all I can say. Just think politics. What would be the solution? We just try to follow the golden rule, do no harm, do no wrong. Yeah, man. That's it. If you want to have Benz and Lexus and all of these things, me not for red eye and try rob you on these things. I for just love you. Yeah, if me desire these things, I'm supposed to come learn from you. You understand? And me will have all of those wealth and knowledge. Me shouldn't be shy for teach you. That's our problem. Everybody want to be the boss. They want to be the chief. They want to be the man, but them don't want to make a sacrifice. And most of them not credible. So the joker, the Umar Johnson, them I call him doctor. Me always fireburn the brethren there, because I not play the game about through your block, never take your nonsense. I fireburn them joker there. I fireburn them mainland slave boy there. Long time. And them are the distraction, and them are the problem, and them are the obstacle to freedom. Yeah, man. They call them coons, and them are the ones who like to point finger. And this big gorilla-looking nigger wouldn't stay Africa. Go to Africa and stay there. That's what you should do. And leave us here. Like we handle our own business, man. Handle our own affairs. Scammer them out there, Jaguar. Believe it or not. Scammer them. Believe it. And them can only scam them own people. The foreign people usually see through them bullshit. But make them go live, you see one whole mass of Negroes. Yeah, man. All colonized, proper citizen, I'm proud of it. And then they hear them a complain about the white guy or the congressman or some politician. When all them for do is walk away from that plantation. Literally. Just walk away. Just renounce those citizenship. That of them fear. Anyway, Jaguar, you know my style. What go on otherwise from that? You just go on bill or what? Warrior, you dead? Your mic might mute, you know. So if you talk, I'm not going to hear it. Don't know, sound like the man fall out higher. Anyway, I can see if I finish play the brethren, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This lady has said she had challenged the people and jurisdiction. Listen, I don't knock the ones them higher, because you have to make an effort, but it helps when you really apply yourself and have enough information to do what you do, you know? And when you don't, you put yourself in a position to learn. You're not really aggressive. You just ask some like a simple question and you just hope to get out the court and then set a new date and you keep learning until you figure it out. So nothing wrong with the effort. It just makes sense to apply yourself before you get out there. Very important. Very important. You just have to apply it. Just know enough. Just know enough. Whereas when you don't have no victim where I come talk in a court against them. Yeah. When you're not a victim, you know, a scam them, a scam you, man. And it's a lucrative business, because I tell you, say, millions of dollars them I make. I remember, you know, millions of slaves them a process. Yeah, when them say them are administrator, that's what them are to process you. Yeah, man. And as sad as it is, that's the truth. Them always appraise you. But you don't know, say, boy, a value them a put on you. I'm going to read a little bit more upon the criminal resource manual. It's an example of an indictment which failed this test. I think we should go back from top. The specificity requirement serves to ensure that a defendant only has to answer to charges actually brought by the grand jury. So you have to answer no other charge. You understand? You have to answer no prosecution interpretation of the charge because them are no grand jury. That the defendant is apprised of the charge against him in order to permit preparation of his defense, and that the defendant is protected against double jeopardy. Let me say an example of an indictment which failed this test is provided by the United States versus Nance. It said the indictment in Nance charged a false pretense violation pursuant to the DC Code. It listed the name of each victim, the date of the false representation, the amount each victim lost, and the date the sum was paid to the defendant. However, listen to this now, what I'm saying, but was fatally defective as a consequence of its failure to specify the false representation which induced the victims to pay the money to the defendant. So they must say fatally defective as a consequence of its failure to specify. This is why we have to be specific. Now, then have a next one, what I'm saying. See, also United States versus Brown, I'm saying indictment charging control premises and making them available. Again, the indictment charging controlling premises and making them available. That's the premises, making the premises available for storing and distributing Coca-Cola were illegal. Them said it's based insufficient because it failed to state how control was exercised. So, in other words, they must say, you see, if you're not specific, ones that can beat you with the technicalities, and on one like I will pay close attention to detail. Yeah, you gotta have ones out there where stay that way. Where them not mind and watch you run, go down the road, you know, but them I take some pointers where them say, I go and kick him foot right here, I go and knock him down right here, and I go and dismantle him right here. Them I go take silent judicial notice, them now I go tell you. And you have to always stay sharp. Yeah man, always prepare. Anyway, I have quite a few more reading, but I'm not necessarily going to touch it. The item can do these things for the item themselves. I man just pass through for say, boy. It makes sense. You stay specific opposed to being general. Yeah man, long time I talk about these things, but every now and again we have to reiterate these things. Anyway, I wrap it up, you know. Joel sound like you fall out around them, and I know if you get busy out and step away from the mic, but yeah, if anything, we're gonna definitely chop it up again later and see it past the hour mark. That's more than enough. Yeah, that's more than enough. So we give thanks for the time. Again, we give thanks for the ones and presence and others information share. Remember, I know our thing of freedom, free dominion, free domain. And that's the thing there. Now we can probably digress before we jump off for this thing. It's like I do a video yesterday and I chant about the brain and thing and clocks on fire out there, you know. But we realize that you have some people that live in a dream state. Why? They must say the truth and tell themselves that I'm not true and them accept nonsense. Now, when ones do that, you know, say, are the degradation of society. When truth is ostracized and lies are promoted, then you know, say, yeah, the earth really out of course. Yeah, man. So when you lay some fire out there, we have some ones drawing at them shell and want to react a certain way, but what them never can deny is the truth. It's hard for people deny the truth. Yeah, man. All when them have said, hey, me not accept that. No, but I truth. We as man has fallen to a point now where, yeah, I guess it's gonna take total disillusion. Yeah, man. But then you just dissolve everything. Yeah, man. It's when a big chaotic event go on for people, you know, become cognizant for people realize, yeah, the lie where them a live or a tell themselves. And when people say God, yeah, far removed from the divinity that is, I will not gonna know these things. We're now gonna know these things. I'm telling us the earth out of course long time. And the devil not just a walk through the earth in terms of the ungodliness what we have see out there, the wars and the rumors of war, all of these nonsense. All of them things are intention, man. Engineered, man. Yeah, man. Them can't plan the future. Them have move with them blueprint what them have, what them create. What them can't touch. Or the expression what I am gonna emit right now, what this them can't touch. You understand? And a physical, it's divine, it's spiritual. Yeah, man. Them can always gain access to the vessel, but the truth within the vessel, them not have access to. Babylon not have access to it. So this is why them place a government over the populace, over the people. Why? To restrict the mental capacity. Yeah. Yeah, man, look like it's a blackout it going and thing. You know that power leak there. But you know the Wi-Fi take a next minute for kind of get back online and thing, you know. But anyway, we give thanks for the time, for the moment, and yeah, we're gonna just wrap it up right here and we'll probably try edit a part of the video there where it just be a uniform. Again, may the Most High guide and protect the item in all the item endeavors, and hear what? Stay bold and brave out there. Stay firm and strong. The advocacy is freedom, freedom in. That's it. That's it. Salute, Joel Jaguar. Salute, Ray. Complete respect with power out there. Free people. Gratitude.